Here's Mike.
Thanks, Gary. Here with Coach Mike McGarvey. You lose Caleb right away, and you get down a little bit, but the kids fight back. I thought the energy was there.
Yeah, we battled all the way through it. Credit AU, they played great. We didn't have an answer for Sprouse. We let them loose on the three-point line way too many times. They made some offensive rebounds, made some winning plays down the stretch, especially in that last 4 to 5 minutes of the second half. But we were there, and if we just made a couple more simple plays, I think we would have been there.
They kind of ran you off the three-point line. You expected that. Got to a lot of points inside.
Yeah, Jackson established his presence. Butler was getting downhill. I think they embraced the physicality really well. A couple conversions, and maybe it's a different story, but I think that our team really battled without Caleb. We missed him today, obviously, with his illness, but we'll be ready to go next week.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Mike.
Let's bring in Sharif. Sharif, here he comes. Our player of the game. Nice job, bro. Appreciate it. Sharif Jackson, 15-5 tonight. You established yourself down low, got down early, but you guys fought back.
Yeah, especially coming into that game like that, I thought they played a great game, especially shooting. Hit the first time 82% beginning, so that was just really excellent. But I feel like after we realized what they were trying to do, those shots, kind of trying to get those picks and rotates to get those open shots, we adjusted and we got back in the game.
Defensively, rotation-wise, without Caleb in the game on the perimeter was a little difficult.
Yeah, of course, and especially a team like that, where I could say that at certain times in the game, every man on the court can shoot. Maybe when Collins was in the game, maybe him not so much as a shooter, but starting five, I would say that almost all those guys can shoot pretty well. So especially not having Caleb, that fast rotation, especially with a big guy like that, puts us in a little bit of a disadvantage, the swing, and open shots for them.
Well said. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Guys, back to you.
All right, Mike, thank you. Congratulations, Sharif, player of the game. And, John, as we take a look at the numbers always kind of tell the story. Lafayette barely could hit anything from three. As you take a look at the highlights, they were 50% from beyond the arc.
Well, this was a sign of things to come as Jeff Sprouse just absolutely en fuego today. While he was on the floor, our Coca-Cola player of the game, Sharif Jackson, did what he could do. Outstanding in the paint. Lafayette had to play inside because of the length and athleticism of American on the perimeter. So this is where Lafayette was able to make some money around the bucket. But, again, you said it, Gary, Lafayette is at its best when they're getting threes and knocking them down. And American absolutely took that away today. For their part, American was dynamite from downtown. Sprouse, again, with 8 of them by himself. As a team, they were 13 for 26. When you're shooting 50% from three and you've got this kind of volume doing it, you have a huge advantage. The other thing that the numbers, when we put them up, Gary, will show, at halftime, Lafayette was actually out-rebounding American. They ended up with a rebounding deficit. I think that American did a couple of things. They more effectively took away the inside in the second half, and they also started hitting the boards with a little bit more effectiveness. Here's a three by Mark Butler. He did everything he could do. And again, the size, the athleticism, the discipline. I really like what Sharif Jackson was able to do. If he can continue to play inside at this level, when Caleb Williams is healthy, it really brings this team, I think, to a different level. Balance between the three-point shot and a dominant inside play. Sharif Jackson, only a freshman, and he has got a very high ceiling, and he did what he could to do today to try to keep his team in the game.
And, John, those two sequences right at the end, the Sharif Jackson foul that was called on him offensively when it could have sent him to the foul line, and then down the other end, a foul that was called against Lafayette that maybe could have been called as an offensive foul, although I think it was a good call looking at it. But again, 28 points for Jeff Sprouse, career high for him. 8 threes, a career high for him. The only other double figures, Greg Jones for them. Sharif Jackson, 15. Mark Butler, 17, as you get a look at the numbers. And Ryan Pettit, 13. If Lafayette shoots 2 for 12 from beyond the arc, and credit American, they stopped their shooting from the outside with long and lanky players.
Yeah, and, at this point in the season, we've said it before, there are no secrets among the teams in the conference. They've seen each other, for the most part, twice now. But again, I was encouraged by the way Lafayette adjusted, went inside without Caleb Williams times, though, it was one of their big weapons on the perimeter. That certainly played a factor in this game.
No question about it. So the final score, 75-61 in favor of American. They go to 9-7 in the league. Lafayette goes to 6-10. We'll be back with you next Saturday. That's a 1 o'clock start when Lafayette men take on Army. We invite you, as always, to join us for that. That's it for Mike Joseph, John Leone. I'm Gary Laubach. Thanks again to the Astound television team for a job well done. And we thank you for watching. For all of us, stay safe. I'm Gary Laubach. Goodbye, everybody.